In this film, Ömer Seyfeddin is at your age. Do you want to be friend with him? Friends, this is Ömer Seyfeddin. I'm an author, soldier and teacher. I was born on March 11, 1884 in the Gönen district of Balıkesir. I'm the fourth children of my father, Captain Ömer Şevki, a Caucasian immigrant, and my mother Fatma Hanım. I started my education in a neighbourhood school in Gönen. Due to my father's duty, we left Gönen and settled first in İnebolu and Ayancık, and then in Istanbul. I was enrolled in Mektebi Osmani, a special class for officers' children. I completed the school in 1896 and enrolled in Kuleli Military High School. From here, I was transferred to the military high school in Edirne. Later, I met my friend Enis Avni, who will become a writer like me. I wrote my first literary works, my poems, while I was a student here. After these schools, I decided to become a soldier. After high school, I returned to Istanbul and started the military school, Mektebi Harbiye Şahane. My poems began to be published in the journal Mecmuai Edebiye in Istanbul. In 1906, I worked as a teacher at İzmir Gandameya School. On this occasion, I had the opportunity to meet friends working on literature. At the same time, I took French and Turkish lessons. In 1909, I was assigned to the 3rd Army in Thessaloniki. I was a company commander in the Bulgarian village of Yakorid. I talked about my impressions of the Balkans' attitude towards the Turkish through stories called The Bomb, The White Tulip, and A Strange Persecution. My articles and stories have been published in various magazines in Istanbul and Thessaloniki. Now I want to continue my life as a writer and teacher. I left the military service. I settled in Thessaloniki. My first editorial titled New Language was published in Genç Kalemler magazine, which was published in Thessaloniki as Rumelia's only Turkish science and literature magazine. While continuing my writing work in the magazine, my stories such as Spring and Butterflies, Primo Turkish Child, Ant, and Love Wave were also published in this magazine. Due to the Balkan War, the members of Genç Kalemler Writing Committee had to disperse. I was called into the army again. I served in the Western Army with the rank of First Lieutenant. I was captured by the Greeks at the siege of Ioannina. During 10 months in captivity in a town near Athens, I read constantly. I wrote my works such as The Mahdi and The Flags of Freedom during this period. My stories were published in Türk Yurdu magazine. During my captivity, I gained experiences that would be important for my writing life, both by reading and writing. When I returned to Istanbul, I returned to writing and teaching. I was appointed as the editor-in-chief of Türk Sözü magazine. Here, I wrote articles that spoke of Turkish thought. I announced my ideas to both literary circles and the public through this magazine. Finally, in 1914, I started to work as a literature teacher in Kabataş Sultani. Seeing the World War I defeated had a huge impact on me. I tried to get rid of this negative atmosphere by doing long trips in Anatolia and to write at least one story a week. Despite many negative situations, I had a productive story writing process. During this period, I wrote 10 books containing 125 stories. My stories and articles have been published in many newspapers and magazines. At the same time, I continued my teaching job. I had a great place in Turkish storytelling. I was a patriot who told his ideas through stories. One day, I used my sword and weapon for my country and my nation. One day, I used my pen. I conveyed my own life, our national historical consciousness in my works in a clear, simple, and effective language. Everyone who read my works found a lot for themselves. That's why my writing is so popular. If you read my books, I think you will like it too. You will find a lot of yourself in my books. You will go on a historical journey, gain national consciousness, and learn to use our language effectively. Dear children, the biggest sort of my success in life is my reading a lot. I hope my life story will be an example for you. Never stop reading, okay?